Okay, we should be good to go. Welcome everyone. Exciting times in this 20 and 30 group. I'm so glad you're on here. And I really hope things are going great with you. I've got a few minutes of quickly giving you a little bit of coaching on how to handle objections and also how to overcome it if somebody is ghosting you. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to do maybe a quick 10-minute Q&A. I know some of us are rushing off to do another meeting. So if you've got an important question, have it handy so we're going to get to that quickly. So I'm sure many of you have come over or across some objections, right? It's a cult. I have no time. I have no money. It's a pyramid. It's a scam. My spouse is going to kill me. I failed before. It's just too expensive. Can't afford it. I can't sell. I don't know enough people. I'm not like you. I'm not a salesperson. I don't do that sale thing. I don't know people. No education. I don't want to press my friends. Money is evil. College is my priority. I'm studying right now, or I'm just too busy, or it doesn't work, or it's definitely a Ponzi scheme. I've researched those things. Or it's like, only the people at the top make the money. It's saturated. The product has all sorts of problems. Show me how much you're making, because I just don't believe what you're saying. There's bad reviews. I've checked it out. I've Googled it and I've seen all this bad stuff. Or I love my job. I lost my job. I just don't have the confidence to do this. I don't need the money. I'm not on social media. I have no support. The research is not good enough. We've heard this a few times. The research isn't good enough. I've got to go pray about it. The product prices are too expensive, and it just sounds like it's too good to be true. And I'm sure there's even more objections that you've had before. Now, when I analyze these and I look at people that I deal with, there's only two types of objections really. The one is them not having full belief in the industry, or potentially even in the product and the company in our industry. The other one is limiting beliefs about themselves. So this is how I handle objections. Every single one of them I handle the same. Now, you would have heard of a formula, I think you would have, called feel, felt, found. A lot of people are saying, oh, that's like old school. I'm telling you guys, I use that. It is stuck in my brain. I started initially and I had a little notepad, like this little post-it note, and I'd written on there, feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found. And every time somebody gave me any kind of an objection, I would go, okay, feel, felt, found. So first of all, listen to the person. I know how you feel. Listen to them, right? I understand what you're saying. I totally agree with your message. I fully get where you're at. So you listen and you listen and you listen. So you know how they feel. So you say, yes, I know how you feel. And you can use that in any word. Then you relate, which is found. I found exactly the same, right? Felt is relate. So I felt exactly the same as you. I have seen other people feel exactly the same as you. So you relate to them. You don't make them feel like they're odd or weird. You relate to them because straight away it puts them at ease that they're not coming up with something that you don't necessarily have seen or don't agree with. Then you tell stories of what you have found. So feel, listen, felt, relate, found, which is to tell stories. I have seen this happen. It could either be your story or it can be somebody else's story. You borrow a story and you set the person at ease. Let's say, let me give you an example. I have no money. Oh my gosh, I know exactly how you feel because I was in the same place. I was in exactly the same place. What I did though is I put my pack on my credit card because I felt so desperate to change my life that I just had to do it. And I found that once I had done that, I was so committed to making it work because I wanted to pay that card back quickly, that in the first week, I paid back my pack. That's a true story. That's my story. You may not have that. Borrow my story, right? Or you can say, I know how you feel. Many people have felt the same, but we have found all you need to do is bring in 3 other distributors and you have your money plus more back. So feel, felt, found. And guys, no matter what the objection, you can overcome it. I don't believe in the industry. I know how you feel. I really felt exactly the same. But when I went and researched it, I found a very different picture to what I had believed in. I don't have time. Oh my gosh, I know how you feel. Many, many people are in the same position. I myself felt that I was also in that position. I had kids, I had a house to run, a husband, 6 acres of property, gardens, cars to keep clean, parents-in-law living with me, making food for them, fetching and carrying kids, all the stuff going on. But I found that that was the exact reason why I had to get involved and do something on the side. I needed to change our lives and get out of that. Now I have a house cleaner. True story. I have a gardener. True story. I have a PA. True story. So feel, felt, found, right? So no matter what the objection, you can get around it. Okay. Ask critical questions though. So when somebody says, I really have no money, well, feel, felt, found. What if you, what if you took 15 minutes a day out of your busy schedule and we looked at how you could fit this in? Because actually what I found too is that busy people are our best business builders. True story. So ask critical questions after you've done the listen, relate, and tell a story. Ask a critical question to move them past that objection. Now, this is something we learned this weekend at this amazing conference I went to. Take a screenshot of this. You want to keep this. And I tested this yesterday. I had a guy that had been ghosting me. He's in network marketing, not happy with his existing company. We went down the road of chatting about all of it. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to sign up. So on Friday, I sent a message. He totally ignored me. And he saw the message. I saw that he had read it. On Saturday, I sent a message. He totally ignored me. So one thing you can do is the first next step is you can go to the message. You can go into click on the person's name and you can select to change the theme and change the color. When you do that, it nudges that person and it says, hey, Charlotte has just changed this chat to green. Why do we do that? Because sometimes legitimately people have seen it and they just forgot. They got busy, they got distracted, and they forgot to reply to you. So by nudging it, don't send a thumbs up. Oh my goodness, it's the worst thing you can do. Don't send an emoji. No, just go and change the color. Okay, and it nudges them and they go, oh, I need to reply. If that still doesn't work, this is what I did. I said, hey, John, I noticed you saw my last message, but you didn't reply. That's totally cool. Maybe you're not interested or the timing is wrong for you right now. Please let me know either way. And do you know what happened? This guy, within 2 minutes of me sending that message, called me on FaceTime. And straight away, I got his information. He's in the system, right? Very, very, very cool tip that. So it's not I'm going to take you off my list. It's just like, hey, I noticed you saw my message. You're being really open here. I saw you saw my message, but you didn't reply. It's totally cool. You may not be interested or the timing might just be bad for you. Either way, it's okay. Just let me know. And people get FOMO because they think you're going to move ahead without them. But if they legitimately are like, yeah, look, Charlotte, I did see your message and I just can't do this now, whatever the story is, of course, you're going to handle the objection, get them on a call or on a Zoom. But if still the answer is no, Then you put them in a Facebook group. Always make sure you do that, guys. And then you say, are you cool if I keep you posted on my progress? 99% of people will say yes, and then you diarize it and you follow up until they end or they dead. I want to give you a few more tips that we learned this weekend. What you are doing right now with this 20 and 30, I can tell you that we had, again, confirmation after confirmation after confirmation this past weekend at a conference with Fraser Brooks and Rob Sperry, that this is how you build your business. So if you are behind, if you have not managed to keep up with what we're doing, catch up, start again, get going, because the builders are building their business doing exactly what we are doing. 100% exactly. Do it, do it, do it. Facebook is making a huge difference. There's now 2.3 billion people on Facebook. Can you even imagine that? That's a third of the world's population on Facebook. So keep doing it, 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 keep doing it. If you're behind, catch up. Make sure you follow up. Don't just talk when you talk. Make sure you send information to people. Ask directly. It's not just about chit-chatting. It's about the ask too. You've got to ask, hey, if I can show you a way of how you can sleep better, would you be interested? Guys, if your 20 enrollments this month are customers, great, because you know that some of those people will upgrade and become distributors, right? So if you're not getting distributors at this stage, don't be despondent. Just up your action, up your activity, up the number of people that you talk to every day. I can tell you, you can ask some of the people that were at the conference there. Brandon was there, Chrissy was there, Una, Robin and Grace, Andrea was there, and Kelly was there. And we saw Helga and a couple of other, Jan, a couple of other of our amazing distributors. Janine, everything went back to how many people are you talking to? How many people? And another key thing that I've learned this weekend once again is that you do not have to build 6 months of rapport. Rapport can be built within the third message. 1, 2, 3, ask the question. 1, 2, 3, ask the question. 1, 2, 3, ask the question. You do not have to speak to somebody for 6 months. You do not have to. In fact, if you do it that way, it's because you are procrastinating asking the question, right? You'll become a lot better and a lot more comfortable doing this. What we're teaching you guys is 100% how the world at the moment are building their business in network marketing. So I'm going to stop here for a second, see if anybody has any specific question, anything you're struggling with. There's been so many wins. Our enrollments are up. Our figures are up. Well done to so many of you. Well done to Craig Walsham. Some of you may know him. He's in New Zealand. He's a chiropractor. Signed up 20 people already in January and February this year. Well done to Laura Dudley. She's from Invercargill in New Zealand. What's happening? New Zealand's the top 2. Oh my goodness. Laura signed up. I think it's, Craig has done 30. Laura has done 20. That's an average of 15 or 10 people every single month. You can do it. It all comes back to exposures. How many people are you talking to? We are here to help the world. Oh my goodness, the stories we saw again this weekend. There were at least, I would say, 15 people who got on the stage and shared their story of how this business has changed their lives. Guys, it is rewarding. There are people literally almost being rescued out of death with this business model. Don't hold back. If you're holding back talking to people, you are selfish. You are selfish. It's not about you. Overcome whatever block you have and share it, because people need it. If you need help, get somebody on a 3-way call. Get somebody to help look at your messages. If you feel like you're just getting, walls in front of you, let somebody help you and have a look at what you're saying and maybe do some calls with you. Okay, unmute. If you got anything to ask or share, please unmute. Sophie, I see you've unmuted.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I've just got a lady that I'm talking to, and she's been through 3 LML companies, and she just couldn't find it working for her at all. Like, I've asked her to jump on a 3-way call. just to get that, like, someone else's opinion.
Yeah.
But she won't do it, and she's just struggling so badly financially. Like, how do you get around, like, trying to help people and just seeing, like, showing them what we have? Because I just
Sure.
don't really help her.
Yeah. Did you know this? Did you know that on average, it takes 3 companies before the majority of people have success? So on average, your 3rd company that you join is when you start having major success. And that's exactly what happened to me. You know, Isagenix, I had mediocre success, but I never saw that I could get to where I wanted to be. Jeunesse, I failed miserably. And the same thing happened to me there. So Sophie, let's look at the objection, how to handle that, because that's a solid objection. I've done it before, Sophie. I failed every time. I didn't make it work. Why will this one be different? Well, I know exactly how you feel, because did you know that on average, it actually, like statistically, we know that the 3rd company or more is really only when majority of people have success. Sometimes it's the product, sometimes it's the the compensation plan or the team support, but maybe you just weren't ready. Because guys, the reality is that most of the time it's the person. When I look at where I was at with Jeunesse, with Isagenix as a person, as a leader, as, what I had known, I've grown so much since then. And if I'd stayed at that level, I don't think I would ever be where I am today. So a lot of it is us, but you don't want to say to her, look, I think it was you. It's not going to work, right? So you just want to say to her, look, I know how you feel, because a lot of people feel like that. And the average person only does get success after their 3rd business or at their 3rd company. What I have found, though, is that what is going to change your life? What is your plan B? Yeah. What is going to get you from where you are now with no money to having something? So what, are you going to just give up, or are you going to say, you know what, I'm going to give this another go? Let me show you what we have. Let me put you on a call with somebody else who can share some, and I'll find somebody who has a similar story to you. I'll go into our team and find somebody who maybe 2 or 3 times had no success and now feel like they are progressing, and they can share with you how they feel. And if she still keeps saying no, and she still keeps saying no, put her into the Facebook group. See if she'll use the product at least. So default her to product. Yep. And then drip feed, drip feed, drip feed. Hopefully with that, her confidence will grow and she'll become a distributor. Okay. That's what I would do, Dom.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Questions? Dr. Rachel, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Great, lovey.
Look, quick question with regards to distributors that are ghosting you. Is it worth using a same sort of approach for that, or do you have a different way to sort of approach distributors that are ghosting?
That was actually a distributor.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Fine. I've got it. I've screenshotted it. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, this person could be a really big distributor for me. Yeah. And yeah, so me sending that message, I was a little bit nervous. I was a little bit nervous because I was thinking, I don't want to blow this one. But then I thought, you know what? And many times this weekend we were told, stop overthinking stuff. Stop feeling like you've got to change everything. Just use what we give you. It works. So I had to talk to myself when I sent that message and say, hey, just send the message, it works. Send the message, it works. And it worked. I'm not kidding you. Brandon, I think, was next to me. Literally within a minute, this guy called me and he's like, hey, I'm not avoiding you. I've just been really busy, but let's do it now. I've got a few minutes now. So it worked, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, yes.
Hey. Is the Facebook page My Life Owner Story, is it going to be coming back up? Because I noticed you can't add anyone to it anymore.
Oh, really? You should be able to.
Yeah, I posted it on
Oh, that's the Team Heart one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've had to close that one because of compliance, but there's a new one now. I'll find it and I'll send you the link. I think it's called Activated Life, AL. Go look for it, Activated Life. If you can't find it, let me know. But yeah, so my Life Vantage story was Rachel's customer group for Team Heart, and they decided to close it down because it was really not compliant. And they opened a new one, and I think it's called Activated Life, I'm pretty sure. So go add yourselves to that, guys. No worries.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Questions?
Hi, Charlotte, it's Robin.
Yeah.
2 questions. I don't seem to have problems with customer conversations, but it's the distributor conversations. I don't feel like I have a problem with it, but I don't seem to be getting a great deal of interest with it.
Sure.
Are they 2 separate conversations? Is it me? Is it the vibe I'm giving out? That's the first question I have.
Sure. So can we do a little play here? Can you? So you and I haven't seen each other for a while. We bump into the shops into each other, and you are going to pitch me business now. So what do?
I've found something that is really great that I can do from home that is potentially going to retire me from nursing by the end of next year. And I would really like to show that to you.
Okay, so that little pitch is brilliant, the way you've said that. It's short and sweet, to the point, and I know exactly what you're doing. But you selling me what you want. You don't know what I want.
Right.
So the starting point to that is ask critical questions. You have to know what my problem or my pain is before you offer me the solution that you have. And guys, again, this weekend, man, I tell you what, I'm so proud of this team, because the training we are giving you is spot on. The same scenario we were drummed into our heads this weekend, which is never, ever, ever offer anything until you're offering a solution to a problem. So otherwise, when you bump into me, and you're like, hey, Charlotte, how's it going? I'm like, yeah, good, Robin, how are you? And you go, I'm really good. I'm so excited. I found this thing. Da, da, da. I'm going to just think, oh, good on you. I'm happy for you. Bye. Off I go. But if you say to me, Charlotte, how are you going? And I'm like, yeah, good. And, things have been a little bit difficult lately. And you're like, why? What's going on? I'm like, oh, man, Andre travels so far, and it's just challenging for us. And, he's exhausted. It makes me feel really sad. And you say to me, hey, Charlotte, have you ever considered having your own business from home? Because I have found something that's going to get me out of nursing. This may be something that can help you get Andre home. Let me tell you, I'll be there within a flash saying, tell me, what is it? What is it? Because why? You're offering a solution to the problem I have. The other way around, I'm thinking, good on you, I'm happy for you, but I don't really want to know what it is, because it's not solving anything for me. Okay, so every question, every conversation you have, you should be asking questions until you know what the person's pain is when it comes to money, time, family, holidays, debt, bank balances. I mean, you're not going to ask them what your bank balance, but credit cards, flexibility of work and time. So some people, generally this is the case, people have, there's 3 scenarios. They either have a lot of money and no time because they've got a high profile job and they're working ridiculous hours, but they get paid well, or they have an average job. So they have a bit more time, but they just have no money because they just barely pay the bills, or they're working long and they don't get enough money. So it's on both spectrums. Most people fall within those categories. So when you ask stuff about, hey, when else did you guys go on a holiday? Or where did you go over Christmas? Did you guys go away? No. Oh, why not? Christmas is the best time in the year to travel. Do you love traveling? Yes, we love traveling. So what held you at home? Was there something happening? Yeah, well, actually, we couldn't afford it, or we couldn't get time off work, or, basic things. Bring your spouse or your partner back home. So I mean, yesterday morning, guys, I was talking to a girl on the call, and this girl had me really emotional. She's joined our business about a month ago with one of our distributors, and said to me that she is so excited because she's married, she's got 2 kids, both her kids are under 2, and her husband does night shifts. And she said that her little girl cries herself to sleep every night asking for daddy. And daddy is saying, I cannot do this anymore. It is killing me. These are his words. It is killing me. This lady is so excited. She's a young mom, and she's like, you know what? I told him, babe, I've got this. I'm going to retire you. See, that girl, that woman has such a big issue. If I say to her, if I bumped into her and said, hey, I'm so excited, I'm going to get out of nursing by the end of the year, she'd be going, she's not even hearing what I'm saying because she's so focused on her own stuff, on what's going on in her life. So become question askers instead of information sharers. And the more you do that, you'll see it becomes so simple, so easy, Robin. You just ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. I can literally within 2 questions tell you exactly what a person needs because I've done it so many times, and you become good at it. Does that help, Dom?
Yes and no. That's how I get them customers. It's exactly the process that you're.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't get any interest for distributors. So I'm trying to cut the conversation short because I'm a prolific blabberer.
Yeah. Okay. So would you, if you had bumped into me and we hadn't seen each other, let's say for 6 months, would you have asked me any questions before you told me that?
Heaps.
Okay. So let's do it again. So we bump into each other. You see me. What are you going to say?
Hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in ages. What have you been up to?
I'm like, I'm great. Yeah, nothing much different. Been working, hubby's working. Kids are, one is at home, one's moved out.
Wow. So what are you working at the moment?
Well, yeah, I've been looking for something, not really doing anything, extraordinary, just looking after the house and the gardens and the parents-in-law. And Andre's still working in Brisbane. We're finding it really challenging.
Right. So are you living in Brisbane still?
No, we're on the sunny coast, so he commutes every day.
Wow. So it'd be really great for him to not have to commute, right?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
If I could show you a way where that would be possible, that he didn't have to commute, would you be interested?
Well, no, I don't know. What is it?
Well, let's have a chat, and we can have a chat about that. Would you be interested in it if we could connect and have a chat about it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really busy.
Okay. Look, you know what? I really get that you're busy, but what would it feel like to have your husband not commute all the way from Brisbane to the sunny coast so that he could have more time spent with you and the kids?
Yeah,
how would that feel for you?
That would be good, but yeah, I don't know about me doing anything. Maybe he just needs to find another job.
Wow. How
I'm
about
giving
you?
you a really hard run for your money. Yeah.
That's okay. Keep going. How about
You're
you
doing so well.
What if you were the one?
So you've done super, super, super well, like all the way. I mean, I've really thrown like almost every curveball that you hear. But I want you to remember the feel, felt, found. So when you handle that objection, don't just come straight out with a thing, because when you do feel, felt, found, you're giving me time in the stuff that you're saying to really myself overcome the objection. Whereas when you just go straight into overcoming it, it's like I almost feel like I want to resist. So do you know what I mean? So feel, felt, found is super important, because you allow the person to, number one, be edified in how they feel. So you're not saying, I mean, that's just stupid. Like, imagine if you could get your husband home, get over yourself kind of thing, because that's what people think, right? So I know exactly how you feel. It's, a lot of people feel that way. We're all busy, aren't we, Charlotte? There's so much going on. But, life is really short. So I bring in a lot of emotional stuff into it as well. I say life is really short, and we all deserve to be happy and live the life we truly want. What if, Charlotte, imagine if you could be the one to do something to get Andre home. How awesome would that feel? And I think I may just have something that I can show you. So bring a lot of emotion into it, Robin. You really want to get me to feel the possibility of bringing my husband home, and use that feel, felt, found, and spot on, girl. Just keep doing that. Keep doing that. Sometimes, you know, we do it, we don't get anywhere, and then we think we're doing something wrong. It's not necessarily, you've got to tweak it a little bit, bring more emotion into it, and just keep doing it. And then one day you'll find that person that says yes.
Thank you. That's perfect.
If I say to you there, yeah, okay, well, yeah, alrighty, I'll have a look at whatever it is. Let me have a look. What would you do next?
Okay, so have you got your phone with you today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's share contacts today. Let's connect on Messenger. Are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So let's connect on Facebook now, and we'll make sure that we've got the right people. Okay. And if it's all right with you, I will message you later on tonight, and we can have a conversation if that's all right with you.
Yeah, cool. That sounds great.
Fantastic. I look forward to that.
That was great. So I wanted to see if you're going to take it now to, you're going to send me something, or you're going to get me on a call. Because the next step, guys, is do not send stuff. Get them on a call, a phone call, a three-way call, that you really want to bring in your third party at this stage to edify and explain what it is that you do. So when you say, hey, Charlotte, is it okay if let's become friends here quickly, and then I'll message you later. When you do message later, you say, hey, Charlotte, would tomorrow 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock be, which is best for you to have a quick chat? And I'm going to bring my friend Charlotte or Susan, who's a great friend of mine, and we work very strongly together, to share with you her story on how she's managed to bring her husband home, or whatever it is. So from there, guys, I will never send an information. Never. In fact, I very, very, very rarely ever even send information. I straight away get the person on a call or on a Zoom. My first preference is a Zoom, so I can see them, they can see me. We read body language. My second preference is a phone call. If they are local, sometimes I'll go and do the coffee thing. You know, coffee, the one-on-one is a lot greater. I always look at the time it's going to take me to get there, do it, and come back. How many more people can I see in that time? So for me, you know, I'm always really careful like that, but a lot of you absolutely love the one-on-one. So that's what you do. So, okay, Robin, excellent work there. Just keep doing it. And, you know, if you feel like you're sending a message and you're just constantly getting the block, screenshot it, send it through to me. Let me have a look at it.
Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate that.
Pleasure. Katie.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, my darling.
I can honestly say I am totally in struggle bus. Like, I'm absolutely overwhelmed with the whole thing. I started off really strong. I was sending messages. I was 50, 60, 70 people. And then I was targeting my nursing friends that I've never spoke to, and they've all gone into witness protection pretty much, and most of them haven't even responded to me, as if, well, I don't know, I'm imagining again, so I shouldn't do that. So I've left them alone. Mm-hmm. And then the other people I've targeted are people in Perth who are on my Facebook page. And I'd say 99.9% of them are in another company. So every time I get into a conversation, they put up a guard and they go, oh, I'm with Q Science. Everybody's in Q Science at the moment. So I've had this kind of, oh my God, how much rejection can I take in 1 week? And mm-hmm. So, and you know what I do, Charlotte? I just go and distract myself with something else. I'm being honest with you all here. And I'm sure
it's good. It's good.
Because it's got me, and I've gone, no, too hard. I even went, and Robin will tell you, because Robin's my chick, I'm like, I can't even do this networking shit anymore. I can't do it. Like, what's going on? You know, me. And people go, Kate, you can do it with your eyes closed. But it becomes, it's the negative, it's the overwhelm, it's the watching everybody else succeed and going, oh my, I haven't even got a customer. I had 4 promised customers and 5 coffees, and they all bailed on me. So, you know, it's calls like this which get me excited again, and go, I've got to keep going with this. And you know, Charlotte, you're just the ant's pants, man. the stuff that you say, I just go, of course I should say that shit. You know, like, what am I doing? You know, so, you know,
Katie.
thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. I love how raw and real you are, because it is like that's a cycle we go through. You'll go through a time where you're talking to 10, 20 people a day, and Leah Craig is saying the same, Antoinette's saying the same. It is normal. It is normal. But if you're going to let that stop you from still talking, Ingrid is saying the same, then what's the alternative? Where are you going to end up, right? So I need you to...
And I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to be peddling the wards anymore. Like, I can't do it. And that's what, you know, not only does that stop me, but just knowing that I'm helping people. You know, it's all about me helping people. And when I hear you say you're stopping someone from helping them, and I think I've always been so product driven and not business driven, that now suddenly, instead of talking about product, I'm talking about business. That's totally alien to me, because it's all been about product.
Yeah.
And I've gone, oh, I'm not even sure I can do this, you know, but I can. I know I can.
Yeah.
Just gotta get back on it.
Of course you can, yeah. So when you say I've been talking to so many people and everybody this, and be very careful not to generalize, because that's what you're telling yourself, right? I have seen this, like when I'm coaching guys, I'll say, you know, somebody will come on and say, everybody is on with this company, or nobody is doing anything. Then I'll say, can you tell me who's everybody?
Yeah.
Well, it's this one and it's that one. So how many people have you spoken to? 60. So 2 are with that. Is that everyone? Be very careful, because I know it's a way of talking, because it just makes you see what it does is it actually makes your problem even bigger, because everybody.
I'm thinking of going to Q Science, because they seem to be having a lot of fun over there.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
Number one, I want to ask you, are you really tracking your numbers? You don't have to answer. Okay. For every one of you that's on here that's saying this is not working, I want to ask you, are you tracking your numbers? If you're tracking your numbers and you're telling me you're talking to 20 people a day, you've been doing that consistently. Today is what, the 10th? And you have had 0 signups, then something is wrong. I have to say that to you. If you've spoken to 200 people and they're all ghosting you, or they've all said no, then something is wrong. Let's say you've even spoken to 100 people, then something is wrong. You should at least get 1 or 2 or 3 signups out of 100. In fact, you should get 10.
I haven't actually even spoken to half of them. I've only just sent messages. So I haven't got that. You know, the ones that I have spoken to are sitting waiting to order, right? Yeah. So I know my success rate is 99% always if I've got somebody in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm just struggling to get them in front of me.
Okay, alrighty. So, you know, the same with this guy, I assumed he had gone cold on me, but when he found me, it's like, I've just been really, really busy. Yeah. And I find that very often when we get what we think is a no, it's really a no, not now, no, I don't know enough, no, I've just been too busy, but I'm still interested. So, Katie, you may find next week we come into this call and you got 3 of those people enrolled, because suddenly they now have the time to come back to you. The most important thing that I can tell you right now, guys, is you got to guard your mind. You've got to guard your mind. You've got to have the right expectations, because remember what we told you about the bag of M&Ms. Let's say there's 200 M&Ms in a bag, and there's only 5 blue ones, which are going to be your 5 enrollments out of 200. You may get to 194 and not have found one freaking blue one. And you're going to tell me, this doesn't work. This is nonsense. They all said no. They're all ghosting me. They're all ignoring me. They're being rude. Just keep going, because the next 5 are your blue ones. I am telling you, this is the truth. This is how it works. It happens to me. The same thing happens to me. The same thing happens to Rachel. The same thing happens to Tara, to Carrie Dickey. You name them. It happens to all of us. The difference between myself and somebody else is I just keep going.
Yeah.
I just keep going because I understand the law of numbers. The law of numbers in network marketing is that out of 100 you talk to, you may get 50 talk back with you. 50 may reply. If you're lucky, 50 will just ignore you, if not even more. If they are ignoring you flat out and you send this message and they're still ignoring you, just unfriend them, find a new friend. I want to share something with you quickly. Actually, I might not want to distract you right now. I'll share it with you at the end of the month. There's a method of how you can see which of your friends are active on Facebook. And the ones that are not active, you talk to them. If they don't reply, you just delete them and go find a new friend. Okay, you see the problem too, I don't want to say problem, the challenge is that many of you have not been really active on Facebook. So you haven't posted consistently, you haven't liked and commented on other people's stuff. Now suddenly you're coming in and talking to all these people and they're like, who's this chick? I can't even remember ever seeing her. Okay, so, but stay the course, stay the course, stay the course, stay the course, stay consistent, stay consistent, stay consistent. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. I promise you, you will get a breakthrough. I promise you. I promise you. What is the alternative? What's the alternative, guys? Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. We saw person after person after person after person. In fact, I can't even think of one person this weekend that spoke, and there were 15 speakers that said they were building this thing offline. They're all building it online. And of course, with a combination of use it to connect and make new friends, and then straight away you off it. When they ask you what it is, that's the sign for you. Get off of Facebook, get on a call, get onto a a three-way call or a Zoom. Okay, so keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, this week, homework this week is keep a tracker. Keep a tracker. Robin has just designed a beautiful new tracker, very simple from what we've learned on this weekend. Robs, maybe if you can just share it in this group. Don't put it in the big team activate for now. Just put it in this group. Use this tracker, guys. She's going to upload it right now for you. Use this tracker. I want to see 20 of each thing every day, 5 days a week for this next week. 20 of it. Run, run, run. Do you know what? This doesn't have to just be a 30-day. We can do this a 60-day thing. We can do it for as long as we want. We can keep going. If 5 people want to keep going, I'll keep going with you. And we'll keep doing it, because the only thing that's going to move your business from where you are now to the next level is new blood. Like it or leave it. It is how it is. You need new blood. I need new blood. To get a Pro 10, I need new people. You need new people. Be bold. Talk to them. Ask the question. It's a yes or a no. If it's a no, put them in a group. If it's a yes, you enroll them. Just keep going. Keep going. Go through numbers. Go through numbers. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I also want to tell you this, that I spoke with Erica Dale. I spoke to her just the other day. I'm going to have a call with her next week while I'm in the States. This week, actually, on Friday. I said to her, Erica, how did you get 21 people? 21 distributors, 7 customers last month. She said to me, Charlotte, I spoke to 1,000 people.
Wow.
1,000 people. You see, it's a law of numbers. It's just numbers. So if it takes us 60 days to get to 1,000 people, let's just do it. Are you keen? Would you like 20 new distributors?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this week. Tracker. Okay. So at the end of the week, I want to see everyone's tracker. You'll see this tracker is really cool because it actually is in day order. So you can just do like the whole month even in the one tracker. The other thing is, if you are sending out messages and you're just not getting any breakthrough, you're doing your numbers, but there's no breakthrough, you feel like you're hitting the same wall, the same wall, the same wall, screenshot them, put them up in that group, and let's help you tweak your messages. Okay? Awesome. Any other questions?
Yep.
Yes, Susan.
If you've reached out to people and they just completely ignore you, how do you go back?
So then I just, so let me ask you, reach out as in, hey Charlotte, how are you going? That kind of reach out?
No, if you've used like, if you've asked them about, you know, used a warm market approach or an opinion approach or something like that, you've actually asked them for whether, you know, whether they'd be interested in, or whether they know anyone, or whether, you know, you'd appreciate their opinion, or one of those kind of approaches, and they just totally ignore you.
Yeah, so I am not at all for that approach. I feel like that's spamming. I mean, let me ask you, when you get somebody send you a message like that, do you reply? Because I don't.
Yeah, I don't think anybody sent me.
I get them. I like this weekend I had a few where, you know, hey Charlotte, I mean, here's a classic one for you. Somebody when I was speaking at this convention, obviously saw me on the stage, sent me this message. Hey Charlotte, I just want to tell you, it was such a good message, blah, 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 like you, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, edify, so amazing. And hey, I couldn't stop thinking about you. And so I wondered if you were open to look at this. I didn't even reply. I'm like, you idiot, go away. I didn't even reply. So for me, Susan, the thing that changed my future forever and recruiting was when I really promised myself I would never again ask somebody if they were interested in a product or in a business until I knew their problem. And I promise you, for me, that is like my religion in my business. It's like my Bible. I will never, and I mean never, send anybody just a cold message and say, hey, we're friends on Facebook. You know, it's been so nice watching your posts. Thanks for inspiring me. I just wondered if you were open to looking at this. Like, you know, with the coronavirus at the moment, we all need more glutathione, and
Yeah.
this product makes more glutathione, and never. That's
So
fine.
if you're your warm market, though, I'm talking about like your friends or your or somebody you know.
My sweetheart friends, somebody I know, all of them. I always go and say, hey Susan, how's it going? How's hubby and the kids? I want to hear something from you first. So we're chatting a little bit, just one message, two messages, and then I'm going to ask you something that I know will lead to business. I know a little bit about you. You know, I know a little bit about you. If we warm, like, I'm going to know something about you. And then I'm going to ask a question that I'm hoping is going to open the business pitching for me. Right? I promise you, you can come look at all my messages. I will never just openly say, unless I've got, like I've done this once, I've got a top lead in another company that I just called, didn't know this person at all, it was a complete cold call, just knew she was a top leader. I called her, I said, hey, you don't know me, this is my name, I'm with a company called LiveVantage, I know you know about us, I'm really okay with you throwing your phone down in my ear, because I get that, but if you are open at all, I'd love to have a coffee with you. And praise God, she was open and she had a coffee with me for 2 hours. That's the only cold call I will ever make, because you don't go to a top leader and start conversation. I mean, they know exactly what you're doing. So guys, Susan, I never ever will, doll. Even if it's my closest friend, I won't even say that. I'll be saying, hey Susan, how's it going with hubby and work? And yeah, you know, and then like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This has been going on with us, and I managed to get Andre out of work. And, you know, is it something you'd consider to do for Wayne? Like, yeah, I'm very careful with that, because I did that in the past and it never worked. And it got me so down because I couldn't enroll. I just was struggling to enroll. And then when I got that, we are not selling, we are solving people's problems. It completely changed everything for me.
I've got a question, Charlotte.
Go,
It
Leah.
sort of relates to what Katie was saying. There's a lot of people out there, and I didn't even know this, you know, being relatively new in the health and wellness field and area, like hugely. And every time you go to talk to them and get to know what they're doing and sound really interested, they're just pitching straight back to you to join their company and get on a call with.
Oh, I love those. They're my
Yeah,
best.
do you? So do you, that was my question, like that's great. How do you handle that? But also, what do you unfriend them? Do you keep them as friends?
No. You keep them as friends. So let's have a chat. So you're with LiveVantage. I'm with another company. So you ask me. Let's
Yeah, so I just saw that you were into health and wellness, and I also love the page and the stories that you've got, and I've liked a few. I just was interested if you wanted to talk to somebody else or was interested in some information and see what my business is all about, and on the side earn some income as well,
okay,
and then,
so let's turn this. I'm LiveVantage, you the other person. Okay, so I'm going to say, oh my gosh, Leah, yes, I love health and wellness. I'm so excited to be connecting with you. I love to connect with other people who are in the same profession. I see you with, I don't know, a CEO, whoever. I see you with another company. Don't you just love network marketing?
yeah.
Okay, so come back, talk to me like.
Well, what they basically said was, well, I rub shoulders with elite people in the world, like 5-time champion boxers, Pete Evans, Miranda Kerr's mum, wearing, didn't mention the company, but this could maybe align well with what you're doing. It could work with you, but they're selling probiotics and selling wellness and health at like one-stop shop type of places. Stores.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I would say, wow, that sounds really exciting. Actually, okay, so let me just think about it. So yeah, I would say, man, I'm so really happy for you. That sounds really, really amazing. Well, similarly with me, I 4 years ago went looking for a product that's unique in the health and wellness world, and actually it's the new groundbreaking science of activation rather than supplementation. Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
So come back and say
no. Yes, I have heard of your company, but to be honest, I don't know a lot about it, though I'm very busy. I've got 3 businesses going on at the moment, so I just wondered if it was something you would be interested in joining with me.
Yeah. Oh, Leah, wow, 3 businesses, man. I love how women can juggle stuff, right? Like as a mom, so many of us, we mums and we wives and we do all this stuff and we have 3 businesses. How awesome. So I always go back and compliment. Go back and compliment what they've said. Compliment. I will never, ever compare. I'm not going to compare, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to make that person super annoyed with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compliment and congratulate, and then I'm going to drop a seed. Leah, I'm so happy that you have found your home. It sounds like you're really passionate about what you do. I was looking for something that had super high retention, in fact, over 80%, because I knew if I could find a consumable product that people finished every month, they got paid on it. I got paid on it again and again when they bought it, and it just made them feel so amazing, optimal health, blah, 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 that I could build a really strong business. And that's what I found. So I'm really happy that you found the right thing too. So what I'm doing is I am dropping the seeds of what I know 99.9% of network marketers are struggling with. What is it? Retention. Retention is the biggest thing. The second thing, they're not earning money. The third thing is support. And the fourth thing is timing. The market is saturated. So in my going back, I'm going to compliment, and then I'm going to say, I was looking for high retention because I knew I could then build up a solid, nice income. And I'm now over $500,000 a month in income. Do you think she's going to think, holy crap, what is that? Or you can say, you don't have to use your story, you can use my story. You can say, that's what I'm working towards, right? So my coach has done this, and that's what I'm working towards, following every step that she does. She teaches me all of it. So you're never going to say, hey, are you interested in my thing? You're just going to keep dropping nuggets, keep dropping. She's sitting there thinking, holy crap, this sounds amazing. And this woman's not even asking me if I want to look at what it is. Asking. So that's it. And then I would, at the end, I'd say, hey, Leah, it's been so awesome chatting with you. how great is our profession that we can all find what we really feel we were made to do. And I mean, imagine, like, retiring your husband or having financial freedom. It's just so fantastic. I'm going to be watching your journey, and I want to wish you all the very best. Let's stay in contact and support and encourage one another and help more women find this profession. That's what I do. And so, you know what's going to happen? She's going to watch me. She's going to watch me. She's going to watch me. And I have women like that come to me a year later, 2 years later, and they're like, I'll be watching you. Now I think it's time. So that's what you do. I had a girl, let me just tell you quickly. I had a distributor in Perth this week say to me, I'm talking to so-and-so, and so-and-so says their product does this, and I'm saying our product does this, and then they're saying their product does this, and I'm saying our product does this. I'm like, what are you doing? You're doing a fight of compare. It's never going to get you anywhere. Never.
Yeah.
Will you be able to be convinced that any other product is better than Protandim? No, not a hell. You can try and convince me. I will never, ever, ever agree. What's the point? You're just going to lose somebody. You're going to choose them off and lose them.
Okay.
Your last question, because we've got to give the Zoom to Rob.
Yeah.
Who wants to ask a question? Rachel, are you back? You want to ask a question?
Well, yeah, your discussion was just exactly what I had yesterday. I ended up into a bit of a, how does this work with a seer?
Yes.
And then I was like, so I made a new friend. She set up the Zoom. Like, I was trying to set up the Zoom, so she set up the Zoom. Wouldn't give you that. So anyway, we go through that. And then I spoke to her upline today, and I need more information. But that's just because I'm curious about what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to them and just sort of go, let's just keep in contact and just leave it at that, I think, because I think, like, what you've said there is, it makes sense, because I was starting to go into the back and forth thing, and it was really uncomfortable. It didn't feel right.
Yeah. It just never feels right. The most important thing to do when you're in that conversation is to drop the golden nuggets of what you know they're struggling with and they're not telling you. And what I know about ASEA is their product is really expensive. Their retention is poor. It's supposed to be an antioxidant. I think it's a gel or something. I can't remember. But
a gel and a drink.
That's it.
Products. Yeah.
The other thing is there's no PubMed studies on it. I've checked that product out before I joined LifeVantage. It was one of that I looked at, actually. So and without accusing them or comparing, you just drop in, hey, I'm so glad you guys are doing well. Antioxidants are so important. As a doctor, what was really important to me was finding science on PubMed, having people have massive results, which I believe you would have too. And I wanted high retention so that I could earn money again and again. Another thing, guys, is a binary system. Most companies are on a binary system, which means they don't get paid on every order. Not like us. It's very, very different. So money talks, money retention, no support, timing, the market is saturated. You got them.
Okay. Thank you.
Alrighty, Robs, I'm going to stop there, guys. I hope that's been helpful. Has it helped you?
Yes.
Yay!
Katie, let's give Katie a big cheer on. Keep going, Katie. Wow, we love you, darling.
Hey, everyone that's on here for Power Hour, just stay and we'll keep going.
Okay, I'm just going to end this meeting, Rob, so I can stop the recording. Or actually, I can just stop it.
Stop the recording.
Yeah, I'll just stop it. Okay.
And I'll restart it.